Welcome to my bathroom makeover. This budget bathroom has been a real design challenge as it has no windows. The ceiling in this bathroom needs a lot more character. It's so plain compared to the wallpaper. This week I'll show you how I added this really cool trim molding.
Spoiler, it's Shiplap.
Over the last few weeks, I've been transforming this bathroom on a budget. I installed this peel and stick wallpaper, and then I added Shiplap. Since I wasn't changing on any of the tiles, my goal is to spend less than $500 on this bathroom. I'm gonna add all the finishing touches and then I'll tally up how much I spent. Let's go. I'm gonna start on that really cool ceiling feature. So I have some scrap shiplap.
Hold on a sec.
There. Can you see how cool that's gonna be? Like, I actually want to use the shiplap. And then we'll caulk right there, so that'll be a nice seam.
I'm using my table saw to rip the shiplap down. The part that's going to go on the wall is going to be a little bit thicker at 3.75 inches, and then I'll use the remaining to go on the ceiling.
I was really struggling with figuring out how the angles were going to go on the ceiling because it's one thing to imagine on the wall, but I think the ceiling is just another dimension. So what I did was I made a jig, and I always recommend making a jig when you're struggling. When you do crown molding, cord around, anything, make a jig. And what that means is basically you just cut like scrap wood into the shape that you need it to be. So here you can see, right? And I know it's not cut perfectly, but you get the idea that this, right? These two pieces are both 45 degrees. You put them together. Now, when you put it up to the ceiling, you can also see like how do you want your trim to lie on the ceiling, right? Okay, so I'm gonna set one side of my saw to 45 degrees. All right, and then even with the jig, you still have to think about which way to cut the trim to make sure that the edge trimming that you like is actually facing outwards. So just try and visualize it in your head. I actually made a mistake here. I did all the cuts for the pieces that are going to be on the wall at 90 degrees, but I should have used a beveled cut. Because I spliced the shiplap in half and now I'm using the back side, like I've made two pieces, right? So one of them I'm going to use the back side because it has the groove. I need to prime this first before I can paint it. Because I'm using shiplap to make this custom molding, I don't know why I'm putting it in brackets. It's real molding, right? I gotta own it. You actually have to go in and paint, you know, like this edge of the shiplap because it's just gonna be really hard to do it on the ceiling. I'm actually gonna paint these before I put them up because I always find that when you're painting on the ceiling, like your shoulders just get so tired that it's easier to just paint beforehand. That way you just have less error.
To install this to the ceiling and to the wall, I'm using 1.5 inch brad nails. I'm not worried about any plumbing or electrical here, so I'm just butting the boards right up to the ceiling and using my brad nailer. Having a cordless brad nailer makes this project so much easier. I'll link this one in the description box below. There's two reasons I love the shiplap ceiling trim. The first is that it is so much easier to cut than crown molding. If you've ever worked with crown molding, you know how confusing it is. And if you haven't worked with it yet, then count your blessings. The second is that it is so much cheaper. Crown molding is sold by the foot. It's anywhere from $3 to $5 a foot. This was only $10 per board, so I spent less than $30 on this whole ceiling. I realized I made a mistake. I shouldn't attach the ceiling trim yet.
So you actually need to put your flat stock on first, not the ceiling trim, because now you can see there's no way I can get up into the ceiling and it's the same situation on both sides. So I'm going to have to take those down.
I always make mistakes in my project. It's not a big thing to worry about. The perfect project does not exist, so I'm going to pull these boards down and then install the flat stock on the wall first, and then we can go ahead and install all that ceiling trim. You can already see how beautiful it's starting to look, and I love this so much more than crown molding. Crown molding is a bit too traditional for me, plus it's way more expensive and so hard to cut. This was just a few simple cuts, and I'm using leftover shiplap.
Oh my god, I am freaking out because this is my best room maker ever. Makeover. I can't even speak because I'm so excited. In my head, I've always been an amazing builder, really good at accent walls, but just like seeing all the features, all the design elements come together in this room, like this is it, this is the moment, this is it.
He loves all the finishing touches. Like I like to do them because that's when you start to see the magic of your space come together.
I'm caulking this edging here just to make sure that if there's any imperfections where the wall isn't level, the caulk will just hide all of those. I'm using a paintable caulk. And then I'm using a baby wipe to clean up this edge to get a nice smooth finish. If you love this innovative idea for a ceiling trim, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I've got tons more ideas like this.
So usually you would actually put wood filler in this corner. Like, I shouldn't say usually, I've seen other DIYers or contractors say that, but it's really hard to sand like a profile. Much easier to use a baby wipe and just wipe it off.
So I made one mistake where I did not cut this on a 45-degree bevel, so you really should, because then you get a nice corner. You see I have this gap in here. I'm gonna fill this. I think it'll look fine when it's done, but I wish I had done it properly.
And the last thing is just to paint it. Use a nice angled brush. I'll link my favorite brush below. Now I'm almost ready to reveal this to you, and we need to install the mirror. I always use these screw-in anchors. I hate the ones that you hammer in. They're not as strong and they're really hard to pull out. So I definitely recommend these ones instead. And now let's hang this mirror. I love this beautiful ornate shape because it goes so well with this space and all the moody vibes.
So this is actually the third faucet I'm going to be changing. It's silver and we're just going to be changing it to gold, so it's like almost the exact same faucet. Honestly, the first two that I did were not that hard. Like after you do the first one, you're like, oh, I can actually do this.
Most of these come with instructions, so I am simply following the instructions. You disconnect the old one, you remove the stopper, and then you take out the faucet and add the new one in. If you watch a couple of YouTube videos, I promise you'll be able to do this in no time. That's how I learned. I used to be afraid of plumbing. One of the most common mistakes I see is that people don't hang their shower rod high enough and they don't have a shower curtain that's long enough. My ceilings in this bathroom are 9 feet tall, so a standard 72-inch shower curtain isn't going to be tall enough. It's going to make it look like it's wearing flood pants. So I went with an 84-inch shower curtain and it hangs so much better. I put the rod up as high as I could go. The last thing I absolutely had to do was paint these screw heads gold. The screws that I used because of the anchors had to be silver, but I just could not leave these silver. And look at what a big difference this makes. I just used Rub and Buff and rubbed it in and cleaned it off. Are you ready to see how this bathroom looks? I can't even believe that this is where we started. This was a total plain bathroom. There was nothing exciting in here. And remember, we didn't change any tile or rip out the vanity. This was my vision for the space. So let's see how we did. This bathroom is beyond my expectation. I love how the color of the shiplap comes together so beautiful with this really gorgeous printed vintage style wallpaper. It wasn't that hard to install, and all these gold accents in here really bring the space together with the gold mirror, the gold light, the shower curtain rod, and even the accessories. I hope you love this project as much as I do. I'll be spending a lot more time in this bathroom. And I tallied up the total and we spent a little bit more than I wanted to, $800, and that's mostly because of the shiplap and the new faucet. If you love this project, subscribe to my channel. There's lots more budget-friendly DIYs, and I'll see you next time.